Today we want to talk about parts of hardware. The computer have different parts of hardware. We have the input devices, we have the processor, and the output devices. We'll be looking into these three devices differently. Now, the first part is the input device. Why do we call it the input device? We call it input device because we use to give data and instruction to the computer. So input devices are used to give data and instruction to the computer. There are different types of input devices. We have the keyboard, we have the mouse, we have the microphone, we have the scanner, we have the trackball, and we have the digital camera. All of these are input devices, and so more. The keyboard, the mouse, the microphone, the scanner, the trackball, and the digital camera, they are all input devices. Now let's look at the different types of mouse. I know you must have seen different types of mouse, or you say, why are they different? Okay, this type of mouse is the mechanical mouse. The mechanical mouse, it has the sensor over here, the balls over here. We have the optical mouse. The optical mouse, this type of one that is common, that we see most in the computer lab. This optical mouse comes with a wire, so some persons can call it a wired mouse. Then we also have another type of mouse, which is the cordless mouse. The cordless mouse has a USB stick that is connected to the computer, and you can make use of the mouse to do your pointing and clicking. So these are the different types of mouse. The cordless mouse doesn't have wires. There are no wires. Okay. Next we want to look at is the processor, which is the processing unit. The processing unit, or the processor, is actually the brain of the computer. Is the brain of the computer, and the processor have three different parts. We have the arithmetic and the logic unit, we have the control unit, and we have the memory unit. Arithmetic and logic unit, control unit, and memory unit. Now we're looking at these things individually. Why do we call it arithmetic and logic unit, ALU? We call it arithmetic and logic unit because it performs all arithmetic operations. It can do addition, it can do subtraction, it can do multiplication, it can do division. It can also do comparisons, greater than, less than, equal to. Okay, that's the arithmetic and logic unit. It's in charge of calculations. Then we have the control unit. The control unit is actually in charge of the processor. It controls everything about the processor. Every component, every part of the processor is being controlled by the control unit. Is actually in charge of everything there. Now, when information is being set into the computer, the controller is in charge to send it to the ALU or to the memory, and from the memory back to the ALU. Okay, now we also have another unit, which is the memory unit. The memory unit is actually the storage area for all your memories. Actually, the storage area for all your memory. We use the memory unit to store information. So the memory unit is in charge of storing of information. Okay. Now, output devices. We have the output devices. The output devices shows the result of processing. What have been processed by the CPU is being shown as shown as the output, and it will display using the output device. Now we have so many output devices. We have the speakers, we have the headphones or headsets, we have the monitors, we have the projectors, and we have the printers. There are also so many output devices that we have. Now the speakers, we can see the speaker is having a USB port. We can connect it to our computer. So whatever that is being whatever that has been said using the microphone can come out from the speaker. Right now my computer is having a microphone and also a speaker. As I'm speaking right now, the microphone takes it in as input device. The computer processes it and send it out to the speaker as an output device, so that we're able to hear what I'm saying. Then we also have the headphones. The headphones are speakers, but this time around they are worn over the head, they are worn over your ears. Okay, then we have the monitors that displays the output. Okay, we have projectors are also called output what devices. Then we have printers. There is also another output device, which is what the television is what an output device. Okay, so the television can even work two ways. It's also an input and an output device, but best fit we can call it an output device because we see information on it. That is the television. Okay, so now let's talk about the printers. We have different types of printers. We have the dot matrix printer, we have the inkjet printer, and we also have the laserjet printer. We have the dot matrix printer, we have the inkjet printer, and we have the laserjet printer. Now I have a question for you. If you look at these printers carefully, can you spot the type of printer that you have in your school or in your computer lab? Look at it carefully. Can you spot the type of printer you have in your school or in the computer lab? Now I know it might not be small, it might be big, but find out if it is a dot matrix printer or it's an inkjet printer or a laserjet printer. Thank you. Okay, now let's look about the uses of the computer. What do we use the computer to do? We use the computer to do so many things. We can draw pictures with the computer, we can type letters with the computer, we can play games with the computer, we can solve mathematical problems using the computer, we can listen to music, watch movies, record sounds using the computer. Then we can also connect to people around the world with the help of the computer. With the help of the computer, we'll be able to do all of these things. Now, what are the keywords that has been used in this class? 1. Hardware, the part of the computer that can be touched. Software, the program that instructs the computer to do different things. Liveware, people who work on the computer. Soft copy, output displayed on the screen. Anytime we type something, for example, we type a letter and it displays on the screen, is called the hard copy. But if we print it out on paper like this, is the what? Sorry, anytime we display on the screen is called the soft copy, but when we print it out on paper is the what? Hard copy. So what we see inside the monitor is the what? Soft copy. The microphone, input device, is used to record voices. Microphone is an input device used to record voices. What do we mean by recording? Recording simply means process of inputting and saving sound on the computer. That's what we mean by recording. That's what we mean by recording. Now I will leave you with a project work. List the various hardware parts of a computer. Prepare a colorful chart by pasting pictures of those parts. List the various hardware parts of a computer. Prepare a colorful chart by pasting pictures of those charts. What I want you to do, in your notebook, make sure you list the various hardware parts of the computer inside your notebook. Then take a chart paper, take pictures from the internet with the aid of your parents. Take pictures of the different parts of those computers, the different parts of the hardware, different hardware parts of the computer. Take their pictures from the internet. It should be colorful, and paste it on the chart. Give the name of that particular hardware. Okay, so thank you very much. Make sure you do this project work. If you have any question, you can drop it in the question section. Thank you. Bye.